Okay, so this is me completely in the raw. I just wanted to share that recently I began to see that there was quite a bit in my life that I needed to work on. And if you could kind of picture my life, it was like you could sit at a table and there was just a bunch of broken pieces. So I began to think in my mind, okay, I'm going to focus on one piece at a time, and I'm going to get this back together because I know that I can. I don't have to live this crazy, hectic, chaotic, displeasing, depressing life like this. This isn't what I was designed to do. So I began to just look at each little piece. But the issue was each little piece went from being a little piece to, when I focused in on it, being quite a big piece. So what happened was a diverse effect. I entered in with a heart and an intention to begin to pull my life back together, where there has been much loss and a lot of frustration and anger and pain and confusion. But what happened was, the more I focused on these little pieces, even with the right heart, it grew. And then it grew to the point that my eyes began to fall back from just the one issue, and I started to see like all of the issues. So then I had 50,000 trillion issues, and then I was like, okay, it's okay. I can focus on all of these issues and it's going to be okay. And you know, the broken pieces are going to come together, and I know that it's going to make this beautiful picture. And the bottom line is, I began to fail at everything. Everything. I began failing at parenting, being a wife, being a mother, being a person in general. I mean, just failing, you know? Failing at friendships, failing at relationships, anything to do with any type of commitment, failing. You know what? I'm going to do this. Failed. And I felt like this morning I was sitting outside in the sun, and I just kind of had my eyes closed, and I got this upload inside of me, and it's so simple. So I feel like stupid, but it was just look into the Father's eyes. It's that simple. We look into the Father's eyes, and when we have His gaze, when we are locked into His gaze, we become all that we desire to be. But when we take our eyes off of Him and onto us and think that we have to fix something, or we're going to fix something, or, oh my God, but it's just so broken, let me jump in and fix anything, we start to play God's role in our life. And we fail. And then when we fail, we're even more devastated than when we were entering the situation to begin with. So I just want to encourage you, if you are feeling overwhelmed, if you are feeling like, okay, life is overwhelming, I'm doing everything I know to do, I've put forth all the effort, then stop. I know that that sounds crazy. Just stop. How can I stop? How can I stop? I can't just stop being a mother. I can't just stop being a wife. You're right. You can't stop being a mother. I'm not saying stop being a mother. What I'm saying is that be still. So you wake up in the morning and you thank God that you're even awake and that your feet are touching the ground, because Lord knows that you're going through so much that a part of you didn't even want to wake up that morning. And what I've been doing is just closing my eyes before I start the day and saying, what do you have for me today? And if I don't hear anything, then I don't really do too much. And that's hard for me because I'm not a lazy person. I'm very active. I do a lot of stuff. So it's really teaching me to just come into His rest. But a lot of times He'll just speak to me, and it's funny, simple things. So where one day I woke up and He was like, okay, today you're going to paint with your kids. And I was like, okay. So I sit down to paint with the kids, and I realized, oh my gosh, I'm not failing as a mom. I didn't realize it, you know, but I became so withdrawn that even when I was with my kids, I wasn't with my kids, you know, because I was just hurting so bad. So anyway, It's very simple. Look into the Father's eyes. Get around people that are looking into the Father's eyes, that can encourage you and help guide you to look into the Father's eyes. Because right now, you are probably going through a lot of stuff and you're not even giving yourself that credit. You're being hard on yourself and trying to pick up all the pieces and get it right and pull it back together. I want my marriage together. I want my kids together. I want my house together. I want the landscaping together. I want the church thing together. Like, stop. Let go. Release it and let go of it. God's bigger than the boogeyman. Come on. So I just encourage you, if you're watching this, your word is to be free, to be you. And by being you, you're releasing who you are by looking into the Father's eyes. And I promise you, because it has been a hellacious season in my life, I promise you that as you continue to keep the gaze, you are going to open your eyes and see that He is putting one piece together at a time. In His timing, but He's doing it. So, I love you guys. I hope this helps somebody. I just felt like I need to share it.